Well, just because you can't get enough of a good thing, we are at the Corona Cigar Company, the Sand Lake store, and I'm with my guy Ryan here. And Ryan, the first thing that I noticed about walking into this place, it is jumping. This is like bar, ultra lounge, club, a cigar shop. How would you describe this place?
This place is definitely the ultimate cigar experience. We want to make sure that everybody comes in here and gets whatever they are looking for out of a cigar.
Well, it's amazing. Now, how many cigars you got in here? I mean,
a lot of cigars. Last time I counted, it was about 3,000 facings, and that's just the individual cigars.
So what is that, like a million sticks?
Pretty close to it.
A million sticks?
Yeah.
You ever feel like you get locked in here and just walking around going, I'm going to take this stick, that stick?
There's a lot of times that I wish that, the world ended, but unfortunately not.
So this particular section that we're in here, this is your house stuff, right? This is the Florida Sun-Grown. This is the Corona Cigar Company products, right?
Yes, this display here is basically everything that we have that is exclusive to Corona Cigar, be it from the Davidoff lines, from Drew Estate, our own house blends, anything that only we sell is going to be on this shelf here.
Now, you also have the high-end stuff. You're going to show me that stuff, right?
Of course, yeah. We've got pre-embargoes and all that.
Pre-embargo cigars, coming up. In this era of being PC and being politically correct, we're not going to call things old. We're not going to call things vintage. We're going to call everything pre-embargo, right? Pre-embargo.
Yeah.
And these, my good friends, pre-embargoed smokes. What do we have here?
So these are Romeo and Julieta coronations. These are pre-embargo Cubans. Basically what that means is any Cubans that are sold in the States have to be from before the embargo in 1963.
Now, what is one of those sticks? What is that going to set me back?
One of these is actually $400, and most of the ones that we have will be around that price range, just because at that point you're smoking something that's about 70 to 80 years old, with this one specifically actually being from the 20s.
This cigar is from the 20s, and you got a whole box of these things.
Yes, we do.
I mean, how many of those do you sell in a month, in a year?
We usually sell probably about 15 in a month on average.
15 in a month.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, anniversaries, weddings, retirements.
Any big event, people usually do. Sometimes we get people that come and smoke them just because. Even a few that smoke them every week.
Can I go? Can I
of course, yeah.
I think I'm gonna. Do you put me on a payment plan?
I wish.
Payment plan? I'll smoke like this much.
I can do a one-time payment.
A one-time payment? I like it. Now, part of this kick-ass experience at the Corona Cigar Company Sand Lake location is this lounge. I mean, this place is bumping. What do you got here? Is it beer wine? What do you got?
It's completely full bar, and we specialize specifically in brown liquors, so whiskeys mainly.
Okay. And you've got all sorts, all Glens of all Glens?
Oh, yeah. Tons of whiskeys, one of the largest selections in the state, and tons of very rare, very hard to find stuff as well.
Now, I've been known to enjoy a good cocktail with my cigars, but you, my friend, have the top shelf stuff right here. What do you have here, my brother?
So these are just a couple of our extremely rare liquors that we have. We've got a 1940s Scotch, the Macallan 55, which is a very rare Macallan, and this is actually a Cuban rum.
All right, so let's go one by one. Talk to me about that Cuban rum. What's going on there?
So Cuban rum is another one of those that is a pre-embargo, so that since we can't actually bring these in, it had to be from before 1963.
And then the Macallan, I mean, it looks like a headdress from like Egyptian times.
Macallan is one of the highest end scotches that you can really get, and some of the best in terms of actually making something that'll last a long time. And these are very, very, very rare and very limited in production.
And then my man over here, the horse over here?
So this one's, like I said, it's a 1940s Scotch, and that's one of those that is similar to the pre-embargo. There is not going to be a lot out of. It's one of those that we have a lot more than anybody else.
Now, all of these are for sale?
All of these are for sale.
So what would a glass of this on the rocks cost me?
So with these higher end stuff, they start out usually within the $250 range.
$250 for a glass on the rocks?
Just a glass, yeah.
That's doable, right? Good night, good cigar, good smokes.
Yeah, the bottles go usually in about 5,000 to 10,000 range.
5,000 to 10,000? That's a good night right there. Now, again, whether it be a Monday or a Friday, this place is packed to the gills. There's a lot of ambiance here. You were telling me this is actually a slow night.
Yeah, this is actually kind of a slow night for us. We're used to being a little bit busier.
Now, you guys are open, like, what are your hours?
7 days a week. Most days are going to be 9 o'clock till either 12 or 2, and then Sundays are 10 until 12.
Who's coming in and having a cigar at 9 o'clock in the morning?
A lot of old people, definitely. Anybody who's retired tends to come in the morning.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Makes sense to me. And then here, you got all the games and stuff. You can come over here, have a crowd.
Yeah, we play any of the NFL games, NBA games, MLB, all that stuff. We usually have it on for guests.
And what I love about this is like we got people on the internet, we got people doing business, a little coffee, which is always a great place because you're spanning the gamut of ages, demographics, and everything like that.
Oh yeah. The cigars are the great equalizers that anybody who's in here, doesn't matter what you're doing, where you come from, this makes everybody equal here.
I mean, I've seen business deals closed over a cigar. I've seen guys making deals, doing conference calls here. Do you get a lot of them? Do you get groups that come in here? What's the clientele?
We get a lot of business people that will come in after conventions or just for meetings and stuff like that. And it's a great place to network because you can meet people from every walk of life here.
And as any good networking has, you've got lockers, right?
Yes, we do, yeah.
All right, let's check out those lockers. Now, Ryan, somebody once told me that the locker section is kind of like the yacht club of a cigar lounge, or the boat slip of a cigar lounge. A lot of good stuff. Tell me about what you can do. What can you do when your lockers? I've got my cigars. What happens?
So with the lockers, it's a year-long locker system that we have, and you can put your cigars in there. You can fill it up with your boxes. Any liquor that you buy out of the bottle at the bar, you can actually store in there. That way you can keep your own bottles in there. And we also get 5 cigars a month through our premium cigar package,
Nice.
which gives you 10% off most of the cigars in the store.
Now, it's everything from personal use, companies and stuff like that, where you just come in and use this stuff?
Yeah, we get everything from businessmen that just want to keep their cigars in boxes, and we get whole companies that'll buy out a box. That way, anytime somebody comes in, they can just give them a cigar out of there.
See, the trick is to keep your cigars in the locker. That way you don't keep them at the house. You don't smoke at the house. Gives you an excuse to come out to the Corona Cigar.
And that way you don't have to tell your wife how much you're spending.